Are you in the market for a folding scooter with a 400-pound weight capacity? Well, stay tuned to this video review. Hey, I'm Alex with Marc's Mobility, and in this video we're going to show you a newly released 400-pound capacity folding scooter by Golden Technologies. This is going to be called the GB220. They currently have a GB120, that's the CarryOn non-HD, but this is the newly released, just got released this month. It's the GB220, which does have now a 400-pound weight capacity. And then once again, if you would, go down below, hit the like and subscribe button. And if you're interested in this product, you can go ahead and look in the description below. We'll have a link with more information on how to learn more about this particular product here. Now the GB220, they did come out with a couple different enhancements. First off, the first thing I want to mention to you is they are putting a 2-year warranty on the battery, drivetrain, and the electronics. A lot of other manufacturers only have a 1-year warranty on some of their electronics. There is a 2-year warranty on this particular product, so we do believe that is a really nice feature to have for your protection, to have that 2-year warranty. They're also going to include 2 batteries with the unit. So you're going to get a 12.5 amp battery, and then I think it's about a 6.5 amp battery. They're both going to be airline approved. One's going to get you a little over 14 miles on a charge. The other one's going to get you a little over 7 miles on a charge. So combined, you get somewhere at that max driving range of about 21.5 miles of total drive distance. Now, you do have to swap the batteries, but they did make a really nice feature in the back. There is a storage back here in the back, which we'll show you probably on a picture or video overlay. And then your other main battery is located right here in the floor. So they are going to be very easy to be able to change. You're going to have a push button here, and the battery is going to be able to come out. And if you actually look right here on the back of the battery, you're going to see the 12.5 AH, and then it's going to say next to it 300 watt hours. So anything 300 watt hours and below is approved for airline transportation, but I just want to show you that because then you'll know which battery's which, because they do look similar. One's going to be a hair heavier, but if you look on the back, you'll see the different marking on the specifications on which one is going to be your long range battery and which one is going to be the little bit of the smaller range battery. Now this unit is a little bit heavier, so we want to mention that as well. If you are trying to fold this down, which is what this feature is made to do, and you have the seat on the unit, I think in the batteries in it as well, you're going to be at about 77 pounds. If you take the batteries out and you take the seat off and you're just doing the frame, you're going to be more in that mid 50-pound range. So just want to mention that as well early on. We'll show you how you can possibly use this and load this into your vehicle, because they did have a kickstand option on this as well. But it is going to be a nice unit, but it is going to be a little bit heavier. Now the seat that comes standard on this unit, there is only one size seat option. We did notice that Golden labels it as a 16 wide by 18 deep, but it's actually 18 wide by 16 deep. So it's 18 wide by 16 deep. So if you see specs online that say 16 deep by 18 wide, it's not. It is 18 wide by 16 inches deep. And then a pretty cool feature that they have that I want to show you is you are 18 inches in between the armrests, but you are able to expand these armrests out. You are able to flip the arm up and then pull it to the side. Obviously, if you keep pulling it all the way, the arm will come off, which is also kind of cool. But if you just go to this point right here, and then you can fold your arm back down. If I do that on both sides, then I kind of want to show you what you can kind of get to overall width-wise. So let me make sure it's on there. So if you were to expand both the arms out, you go from 18 inches in between the arms to a little over 20.5 inches in between the arms. So that is a extra room, but obviously if you do want to, the arms can come in. But you know, most people are probably going to want to extend those arms out just so they have more room in between the armrests. And just give you a measurement with your armrests in, you're about just a hair over 23 inches wide. So obviously if you're going to add a few more inches to that, you'd be about 25 inches wide or so with your armrests expanded out. Does come standard with the flag as well. For now, I'm going to take this flag out because I'm going to show you some of the really cool features on this unit, and you do have to have the flag out to do that. But this unit is going to go a little over 4.2 miles per hour. Now granted, just like distance, just like the speed, it's going to depend on the user's weight and the terrain that they're on and what type of incline they're on. But that I think it's 4.29, or they say 4.2 something, is the overall top end speed on the unit. Now, what makes this unit great? It does have a high ground clearance here in the front. It is about 4 inches to the deck. At your motor, at the lowest point, it's about 2 inches of a ground clearance, so not quite as high at the motor transaxle. But they did make a little bit bigger tires on here as well. So in the rear, you're going to have about 8-inch tires. They are solid tires all the way around, and you're going to have 7-inch tires in the front. And then overall width of the tire, it's a 2-inch wide in the front by almost 3 in the back. So 8 by 3 in the back and 2 by 7 in the front. The frame is going to be very sturdy, and I'm going to show you by standing on that here shortly. But what I want to show you now is how this is going to be a very useful unit for many people. What you're going to do first, you're going to take your front basket off. Then you're going to take your seat off. You do have a little yellow latch here in the front. Pull that latch and your seat will come off. Now from here, I'm going to do it without this back battery because it doesn't seem like the tiller wants to fold all the way down with this back battery in there. But what I will do first is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get the seat out of the way, and then I'm going to take the back battery out. Once again, that is the 6.5 amp, which shows 156 watt hours. I'm going to set that on the ground. Go ahead, push this all the way down. And then the way how you lower your tiller is you have this yellow lever right here, right by the throttle. If you pull this, it has a little slot almost to drop down in. Now, it doesn't fully go down all the way in there and stay. It kind of goes in that position, but it doesn't go as far down as what you might think. So like right now it does, but you will see how it does still rise back up a little bit. But what's really cool is from here, you can then go ahead and put your seat back on. And it'll actually lock in. So now from here, you're at about 77 pounds. Obviously you can do this without the seat on it, but this is kind of a cool feature to put the seat on. And then you're able to actually stand the unit up. And in the back, it seemed like it was rolling this way. That's because you have spring-loaded anti-tip wheels that allow you to stand this up. So depending on how somebody's going to store it, they might put it like this, but obviously I think loading it in a vehicle, taking the seat off and your battery out is going to make it a little bit lighter, and then you'll be able to almost like stand and pivot this. So if you imagine this is the trunk of a car, kind of put that in the back of the car, and you are able to, once you lower it back down, you'll hear the wheels. They rotate back around. Once again, stand it up. They rotate in, and it stands on what they call their kickstand and your anti-tip wheels. But you are able to, if you're not in that position and you have your tip wheels back out, you can roll it freely like this on those anti-tip wheels. So pretty cool design, how they're able to get this all pretty compact. Once again, if you were to take the seat off of this unit, pull the yellow handle, lift this up. From here, they say it's about 14 inches in overall height, which does seem accurate. So if you think you want to load that into like maybe a motorhome or something that has the smaller compartments, you need about 14 inches in height without your seat on it. And then the overall length of the unit, they say, is 40 inches, and that is including the anti-tip wheels in the back. And just to give you one more measurement while we're here with the seat on, in case you wanted to load it like this, if you took your armrests off but had your seat on, you're at about 22 inches top of the seat. With the armrests on, you're about 26 inches. So just want to give you different measurements based on how you want to particularly store this unit. And then you're going to go ahead and you're going to just do the same process backwards. Go ahead and grab this yellow lever. It is spring loaded, so it does naturally go back up by itself. Now you can take your rear battery if you want for storage purposes and slide this back here in the back. And then you can raise your seat up. You have these black tabs on either side. If you pull those, it will go back into a locked position. And then once again, put your seat on. And it does lock into place. You don't have to grab that yellow handle. That's only when you want to take the seat off and then put your seat back up. Now, they did come out with this unit, and it does have headlights and tail lights. There is a switch right here. And I also want to mention you do have both the, I think it's the USB-C and the regular USB charging ports that are built in. This comes standard. It also comes standard with the cane clip holder on this side and a cup holder over here. Like all units, you are going to have a horn, and then you do get a front basket. It is a folding basket, so this will collapse, but right now I do have the additional blue shrouds that come standard with it. as long as with the red. And then you are able to purchase, they do have about 5 or 6 different color options if you want to upgrade your colors as well. But then from here, you can take your front basket and slide it back on. All right, so what we have here is the GB220. This is the 400-pound weight capacity folding scooter. It does have about a 44.5-inch turning radius. So if you see that here, it's a pretty good turning radius for being a smaller compact unit. I mean, I'm 6 foot tall, 220 pounds. Obviously, I have plenty of room in between the armrests. And once again, you are able to expand those out on either side and to get way more room in between your armrests, which I'll show you here. So yeah, plenty of room in between the armrests. The one thing that's a little bit unique to it is this little tiller that can pull towards you. I mean, that's a great feature to have. You're not having to bend over or do anything down here. It's located up here, but just do remember you do have your forward and reverse tillers here. So sometimes your finger might get a little bit confused when you're first learning on how to drive this scooter. But overall, I think it's a very nice scooter. I mean, the frame is very strong. You can see, I mean, standing on it, trying to flex on the frame, it doesn't move. Even up here where you push off of, this is a really, really firm floorboard here. So I don't have any worries of like being a small flimsy shroud that might break. I mean, that's a very firm type floorboard. And overall comfort wise, I mean, this seat is very comfortable for a scooter, probably more comfortable than a lot of the other smaller portable type scooters that are out there on the market. It's got really good padding, which might also then make it that heavier 77 pounds when it does have the seat on it. It's probably due to the seat probably being somewhere in that 15-pound range or so. I'm gonna go ahead just right now too. It did rain a little bit yesterday, so I don't wanna go too crazy with it, but I do like to just kind of see when I'm driving it around how it kind of handles in the grass. So this would be a good representation because it did just rain yesterday. Oh yeah, that's got plenty of power. And forward, obviously reverse is going to be slower, but still plenty of power as well. This is pretty wet. Like I said, it rained really hard here yesterday, and that did not have any problem in that type of terrain. So I do believe if you're looking for something that is a 400-pound capacity folding scooter right now currently on the market, this is probably the best unit that there is. So if you're interested in something like this, give us a call. We'd love to speak to you.
Hi, I'm Mark.
And my name is Alex. We're co-owners of Marc's Mobility.
I started this company in 1995.
We sell many products, not just what you see in this video. If you have any questions or concerns, please call us at the number below at 800-677-6293. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.